if you do a chicken parmesan with Pecorino Romano, is it still called chicken parmesan or chicken pecorino? What's up, y'all? Today I'll be making chicken pecorino. It's basically chicken parmesan with Pecorino Romano. It's a sheep milk cheese, and I can't say this fits all diets, but you know, if you're on a cheat meal, this is the way to go. It's beautiful, it's tasty, it's delicious. Follow my recipe, follow along. Alright, y'all, so I made my marinara sauce from scratch. So I got some San Marzano tomatoes, and that's what you need to make some authentic Italian marinara sauce. And San Marzano tomatoes are grown in volcanic soil, and you know, they're a nice tasty tomato. So make sure you get 2 cans of that, and you can smash them with the back of a spoon, or you can do what I'm doing, and this is probably the best way to do it, is smash them with your hands. And if you have kids, you know, get them involved, you know, get them involved at an early age, start cooking. So add some olive oil to the pan, heat it up, and then you're gonna add some diced onions. So at this point you can add celery or carrots. I prefer carrots, some people prefer celery. It's really a preference of what you want to do. And what you want to do right here is to saute this for like 15 minutes and then add the garlic. So you want to saute this on medium low for like 15 minutes before adding the garlic, and then you're gonna add some Italian seasoning, some red pepper flakes, and some salt. And the secret ingredient right here, I use fish sauce. And some people use anchovies. I didn't have anchovies with me, so fish sauce, you know, kind of gives that earthiness to the sauce, so that's what I added. So you want to cook these onions and carrots to get softer but not caramelized. So the next component right here is add some sugar, and then I'm going to add balsamic vinegar. Now if you have regular vinegar, you can add that. If you don't have balsamic vinegar, I had that thick balsamic vinegar. You know, if you want that tanginess from the sauce, you gotta add some balsamic vinegar, and even during cooking the sauce you might want to add a little bit more. And then I'm adding some tomato paste. Get some good quality tomato paste. So now you want to cook the tomato paste for about 2 to 3 minutes. You know, just make sure the tomato paste is fully cooked before adding the whole tomatoes that was crushed by your beautiful hands. So you know, make sure just cook it, and then keep cooking it, and then add the crushed tomatoes. And that's, look at how beautiful that is. So please make sure to cook all this in medium low heat. You don't want to cook it on medium heat or medium high heat, because you know, you don't want it to cook faster. So medium low heat, just mix that up. And you can add basil or parsley at this point. I think I had some parsley. I also added some more water. Now if you don't want to add water at this point, you can also add water, you know, in between, because this sauce is gonna take 1.5 to 2 hours. So there it is, adding some parsley right there. So after you add the parsley, bring this to a simmer, you know, turn it on high, and you know, when you start seeing bubbles, then put it to low and cook this on low. Cook this on low for about 1.5 to 2 hours. I cooked mine for 2 hours and it was ready. And if you don't want it chunky, you can always blitz it even more, and you know, it'll be nice and fine sauce like the ones you get at the restaurant. Now right here I'm basically cutting up a chicken breast. This one came with the bone, so I had to cut the bone out and put some plastic in, and had to level the chicken breast, so when I fry it, you know, it fries evenly. And add some salt, some pepper, just to season it on both sides, because you know, you don't want a flavorless chicken. And you want to do the same thing for the flour. You know, put some Italian seasoning, put some pepper, put some salt, put some garlic powder, and I'll have all the measurements in the description below, guys. Just mix that up, and then you know, your flour mixture is ready. And then you're gonna get some egg wash, you know, coat the chicken in the flour, you know, dip it in the egg, and then you're gonna dip it in some Italian breadcrumbs. Now this was some Italian Panko Breadcrumbs, and if you can't find these, you can just use regular panko or regular breadcrumbs. and it's gonna be still delicious. And do this for all your chicken pieces. So after you coated all your chicken in breadcrumbs, you want to fry that. You want to deep fry it if you have a deep fryer. If not, you can shallow fry it like this. Make sure the oil is nice and hot, and then put the small chicken pieces in. It's gonna take like 2 minutes per side. If it's a bigger piece, it's gonna take like 3 minutes on one side and about a minute to a minute and a half on the next side. And this right here is a bigger piece. I think I did like 3 minutes on one side, 2 minutes on the other side, and I flipped it like again and again just to make sure there's no salmonella. You want that chicken fully cooked, because if you got salmonella, we got problems. And right here, put the chicken on the tray, added some basil. So this is the part where most people would add wet mozzarella. I didn't have wet mozzarella, so I had some goat cheese, so I added some goat cheese. If you like goat cheese, you can add goat cheese, or if you don't like it, you can go ahead and get some wet mozzarella. But the basil with the goat cheese, man, that was delicious. And now this is just a cheese mix of regular mozzarella with some cheddar cheese, and just added that on top. So this is what makes it a chicken pecorino instead of a chicken parmesan. It's the cheese. It's a Pecorino Romano. It's a sheep milk cheese that I added because I didn't have Parmesan cheese. But if you had Parmesan cheese, add that right now and bake that at 450 to 10 to 15 minutes. And as long as the cheese melts, you're good. And I just blended the sauce so it looks like restaurant quality sauce. And right there, I'm adding some more Pecorino Romano cheese just to add a little bit more flavor. And right there was my chicken pecorino. Now this was really delicious, and you guys got to make it and let me know what you guys think. Alright guys, this is chicken pecorino with some sauce, and let me taste test it. It's crunchy, it's cheesy, it's tomatoey, and it's delicious. Make this tomato sauce and make this chicken pecorino. I hope you liked that video. Smash that like button, click subscribe. Until then, feast with Pete. This is still called chicken parm if you make it with a chicken parm with Pecorino Romano. Is it called chicken parmesan or chicken pecorino? Let me know.